What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Rando Commando show. The show where we take a completely random topic, throw our 2 cents in worth in, and have some laughs along the way, hopefully. I'm Ethanuel, this is Jonesy. Let's get right into this next one. So this episode was proposed to us by our viewer, Bill Folds. So thank you very much for this idea. If we could live in any time period, which one would we live in and why? So that one I thought, oh yeah, I know exactly which one I would live right off the bat. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized maybe that isn't so clear-cut concrete.
There's a lot that you have to think about. Just like technology's not that great, so indoor plumbing was pretty rare, those kinds of things. So yeah, I think I definitely, I'm sure you did probably too, agonized over this one to think, oh, what would be, the ideal kind of considering those things.
Yeah, for sure. So the one I went to, I thought long and hard about it, and then I just was like, nope, I'm gonna go with it.
Just gonna do it.
And I went back to the medieval days.
Ooh.
Like way back in the day, I think it was like the early, anywhere between like the 14 or 1300s or whatever, back when the musketeers were running abroad in France, or you had your knights in shiny armor and
sure.
But going back into those days, it's like you really had to be really good at what you did in order just to survive.
Yeah.
Like Jonas said, there was no indoor plumbing. Medical care, like you had to either do the stuff yourself
or you die.
Yeah. I mean, so it was like, that one would be a really tough time period to live in. And I thought, we have it so easy nowadays, why not go back to an era where maybe we don't have it all that easy?
Yeah.
And my mom will vouch for this. So Mom, if you're watching, this shout out is partially to you. She had like a medieval book, and I would sit there, pull that book out, and just pore over the pages. And she would just sit there and just be like, oh, okay, Ethan's reading a book. All right, let's move on, like kind of thing. Right. But I mean, so for me, the medieval times always intrigued me. So to live back in that time period, it's always been kind of like,
There's a lot of fairy tales that come from that kind of thing. The time of valor and honor, there's a lot involved with that kind of a thing that's admirable, and yeah, I think that's a pretty cool time period. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of problems for sure, but yeah, there's a lot of really cool things about it.
I mean, and even thought about like, would I be the same person? Like, right. I mean, like I said, nowadays, I mean, we have, a ton of stuff to, go around and stuff like that. But in that time period, would I be like more of a hardened battle guy, or I'd just be like the guy that's like the same old me that's just like, you know what, I'm not into that, I'm gonna play it, so it's just something to think about too. But
right.
Live in that time period. But
yeah,
what about you, Jones?
For me, okay, I definitely struggled with this one as well, because there's a lot of time periods that are pretty awesome, and I don't know, the more I thought about it and the more I kind of researched different eras and stuff, because I was curious, seeing what people had thought. And a lot of people agree, or a lot of people think, and I agree with, they've said that today's day and age is the most, prosperous time for us to live in. People think that today's day and age is the best time that we've ever had to live in. And I mean, there are a lot of things that I wish were different. It's like, it seems like we're so PC today that like, if you want to say something that you believe in, people are like, whoa, I'm offended by you just, existing. And it's just like, what? Come on, for real. Come on, people. Have a thicker skin. Come on.
Right.
Let's support the people that are in charge of stuff, not try to tear down everybody. Let's have a little positivity around here.
Right, little love goes a long way.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that is a bummer, but it's something that it's like, okay, we can deal with. But oh man, the digital age for me is the age that I have desired to live in, and I am living in. But it would be cool to be, I don't know, kind of the perspective of kind of like my parents coming into this. I think that they're pretty unique. Like my dad and I have talked at length about how you see the rise of the technology that we have today, and just see how much it has changed. For people who are born and even raised in today's society, it's just like, oh, you've never, like, there was a thing that was a dumb phone. Like, there was an age before smartphones or laptops or all of this stuff, and it's like, yeah,
VHS,
yeah, VHS, cassette tape, Betamax, all that, all that stuff. The Atari, video games.
Pretty soon everybody's not gonna know what a DVD is.
I know, yeah. It's crazy. The people are like, oh, you don't get stuff digitally? And it's like, yeah, there was a time that hard copy stuff was the only kind of stuff you would get. So I don't know. But yeah, the digital age now, it's just like, man, healthcare, like the the medical technology and stuff that we have now, it's just like 3D printing is huge. It's crazy.
Right.
There's like, oh yeah, you need like a prosthetic limb. We can print that. Just like, what? You print paper. You don't print like items, but you do. And I don't know. It's incredible. Technology is just a crazy thing nowadays.
Right. It takes everything to another level. Like, that makes me kind of like maybe even want to go back to the medieval age even more, because it's like, could I survive without all the digital stuff?
I do agree that I think that today's people in today's society, that's another crutch, is that we are so dependent on what we have now. It's like, it also kind of breeds laziness in a way, because it's like, if I want to know something, it's just like, oh, just hop on Google and find out. I feel like there's a lot of people my age even or younger who are just like, I don't know how to do stuff. And it's because it's become less of a necessity
than it is actually.
Then it's more of like a hobby,
right?
And people don't really do that kind of stuff. So
those are our thoughts on our particular time periods. What are your thoughts? Maybe you guys have a different opinion about what time period you want to live in, or maybe you like the time period that we're currently living in. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below, or on one of our social media websites as well. And if you guys have any other ideas for future episodes, also leave a comment.
We definitely love your comments and appreciate you guys watching and giving us feedback. It's really good stuff.
So this is the Rando Commandos signing off for today.